Good evening. How y'all doing? State Killer 1 here. You know what? To be honest with you, I thought I was an anarchist. And when I say anarchist, you know me. I'm not talking about being one of those crazy ass crackers. You know what I mean? That like to wear all the punk labels and all that stuff. But now I think that I'm become more of my elder who had just passed away actually recently. And I had two elders, my guru and my savior, Dr. Edward Robinson, Brother Calvin Robinson, and Brother Redmond Battle, peace be upon all three of them. They're like the Holy Trinity to me. They had taught me that government is a science. We're the first ones with government. We taught the Europeans how to regulate themselves, and Lunda, among others, anarchists, if you will, or I don't like using that word, but government-free people. That kind of shows the level of evolution that we as a people are at. Okay, so we don't need a government necessarily. But then, like I said, I'm not an anarchist anymore, so you will not be hearing me say that nonsense. Okay, now, just to move right on, I was checking out Paul Mooney earlier, and he's talking about people stealing stuff from us, And it's an old thing, though, but it's just ridiculous the amount of things that get stolen from us. They don't want us to have anything. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? What's her name? Angelina Jolie playing Cleopatra. They had originally given that part to Halle Berry, but Angelina Jolie playing Cleopatra. Think about that for a minute. Okay? Now, their goal is not just to annihilate us and to wipe us off from the face of the earth. They want to wipe off, I think it was 75% of human beings. That was their ultimate goal, something like that. But, the ones that will remain won't be Africans, okay? They want to wipe the African continent clean so they can enjoy it for themselves. And you know what? And the strategy that they're using is race mixing, integration, and also propaganda through various agencies, via the media, via television, newspapers, and also education. That's more important. And like Dr. Amos Wilson said, history is extremely important. Extremely important. It's about time we really consider that our enemy, study our enemy, know his ways, and they're complaining about Western history not being taught enough. Even the radical ones are saying, hey, yeah, they were dictators then, we need to change that now, but they are still in control. Whether they want to radicalize this or that or whatever. But let's be honest. We are not allies with them. And case in point, they executed Troy Davis. Let me make this clear for you. Troy Davis is dead. Troy Davis is dead. Okay? Dead. He will never breathe life on earth again. And that was a state-sponsored thing. And that's what people love about the states. States' rights and all that stuff. What's that? Alex Jones, this cracker, talks about state rights and people should be able to do whatever they want. And Troy Davis is just one example. Here in the United States, we're still begging the master for crumbs from his table. Seriously. It's about time we do for ourselves. When I say do for ourselves, is that no, hate is not the way. Is that we love each other and we love other people and we're kind towards everyone. I want to get clear with that one. But that we love each other first. We have to. We need that to survive. That we love each other, that we take care of each other, and we think as a group. Group economics, okay? Group solidarity, okay? Group protection of our natural resources and ourselves, our women and our children. You know, what they did to, what's his name, Malachi Z. York, and I was never claim myself to be Nuwapian or under the dictatorship of anyone, any individual. But had we thought black first or African people first, that we would not have allowed that. They should not have been able to lock them up, throw them in jail, and steal the land. Wesley Snipes, say what you want about him, interracial relationships, whatever. But he's in jail. DMX, they're trying to kill him. They are trying to kill him. He's in jail. DMX. Seriously. What makes you think that you are not next, African? Seriously. What makes you think that you are not next? Okay, think about that for a minute. And the goal is just to wipe us off of the face of the earth. Not just the African continent, but here in these United States of America. And, you know, and one of, like I said, the mediums that they do that, and the education, and also brain drain. I was looking at this thing and it almost made me cry. Like, just to show how brilliant our people are, even amidst all adversity. You know, because they've done psychological evaluations among other racial groups that had gone through 1/10 of what we had gone through, and they had gone crazy. So we, as a people, are crazy, but we're maintaining, okay, under these trying circumstances. But we still have managed to make awesome inventions, awesome creations. You know, there's, what's that, 2 Togolese students, or, you know, making robots out of recycled parts. Robots. Robotic stuff. This is the ingenuity, the natural ingenuity of our people. When we're left alone, when we can do it for ourselves. One of the things that Gandhi said to one of those Catholic ministers that wanted to join in the march in solidarity. So I know Gandhi was a racist. I know that's not the point. Truth can come from anywhere. It can come from a KKK member. Whatever, but one of the things he said is we have to believe that we can do this on our own. And that's the same with us. We need to believe that we can do for ourselves on our own. Without the help of outside influence. Without the black-white solidarity thing. Without the brown-black thing. Okay? There's no brown-black alliance, you know, because the Browns' goal is to be white. And after they become de facto whites, you know, I've been part of anarchist people of color, and I've seen the racism that fuels them. And the Africans bear the brunt of every suffering in the world. Don't even try to say the Jew thing. I will laugh in your motherfucking face. Okay? Now, the Togolese students were just so brilliant that I almost cried because I know what's going to happen with them. They're so innovative that they're going to get taken out of their country. They're going to be offered a ring of power. What is a ring of power? That which gives them power. And maybe to return to the country later as dictators or whatever. But they're going to go to Europe where they can make lots of money. And that's what creates a brain drain on our continent. They take people out of there. They rescue them under the guise of being kind. Okay? Now this is not hate speech here. This is truth speech. This is love speech, because this is love of African people. Unlike Farrakhan, who was basically a mosque builder, okay, who's basically a person that gives awesome soul-stirring speeches. That's all he does. Dr. John Henry Clark was right when he said that I will not, if Farrakhan had said, I will not ride in a limousine unless my people build one, they would have had one just like that. That's how much influence that he has. So he needs to take responsibility. And he's not going to take responsibility because he's pathetic. He's Illuminati. And he's part of the plan, I think, in my opinion, to have us wiped off the face of the earth. African people. Dr. Claude Anderson has predicted that if we do not get it together, preventing us from being a permanent underclass, in which we may be in right now, we may be the permanent underclass. We stand the threat of going out of existence, of not being around, about fading from the annals of time, going out of existence. Do you hear me? African people, do you care about yourselves? Do you care about yourselves as individuals? Do you care about yourselves as a group? It's okay to say I need help, and I'm going to tell you, I need help. I really need help, and I need help in unifying and basically keeping ourselves alive. You know, I don't care what religion you are. I'm not religious at all. I don't care what religion you are, but it is very important for me to know that you're going to survive, and know that I am going to survive, and that my son is going to survive, okay, and that we're going to live, okay. We're basically in the midst of being a permanent underclass. What do? We're going to have to come out of this swinging. We're going to have to come out of this some way or another, okay? Some way or another. We're going to have to do for ourselves. We're going to have to love each other more. We're going to have to take care of each other. We're going to have to buy from each other. We're going to have to inspire each other as groups, not as individuals, because a lot of us are very smart individuals trying to blend in. This is State Killer One here. Black Power. Black first. And until I return, I'll let you know what my governmental stance is next time I talk to you, okay? But black first forever.